Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
On the national news this hour from Babagagede Imo Television, first the headlines. FG to mandate travelers compensation for delayed, cancelled flights. Bayelsa Goba court sacks APC candidate Timothy Silva. Patient medicine dealer arrested with guns, ammunition in Delta. 52-year-old Edo man dies during fight with Abductor. We also brought to you arms suppliers lynch, police arrest Abductor of 50 passengers. IPOB opens up on only reason that would make them disband and put an end to Biafra agitation. On sport, it will get you goals. Mikel Obi on why Osimhen will be right for EPL. My name is Morire Rabila Lawal, the news in detail. The federal government says it will soon issue an order compelling airline operators to start paying compensation to passengers for delayed and cancelled flights not attributed to natural occurrences. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, said these during a meeting with airline operators in Abuja yesterday. On delayed flight, I want to speak for ordinary Nigerians who complain every day about delayed cancelled flights. I know you have said all your reasons. You have blamed the government and a few things we do. But I also want to say that it is not all the time that it is government, he said. At times, you say you were waiting for passengers to finish passing through the screening machine. At times, they have finished passing through screening machines. They are waiting in the lounge for 5 hours and you cancel your flight. So you see, after some time, we will start implementing the provisions of the NCAA Act. You know, Nigerians don't know there is compensation for delay. If it is an act of God, you cannot pay. But if it is human fault, the NCAA Act says you will pay. So for all airline operators, while I have praised and supported you, I will also support Nigerians. You will pay them after some time. I will put my feet on the ground. Pay them when you delay, cancel their flight. However, Keyamo ordered the airline operators to build stable communication channels that enable passengers to get cancellation notices. To politics. The Federal High Court in Abuja has disqualified the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Chief Timothy Silva, from contesting the November 11 election in Bayelsa State. The ruling was delivered on Monday by Justice Donatus Okorowo. Okorowo ruled that Silva, having been sworn in twice and ruled for 5 years as governor of the state, would breach the 1999 constitution as amended if allowed to contest again. The judge stated that Silva was not qualified to run in the forthcoming November poll because he would have spent more than 8 years in office as governor of the state if he wins and sworn in. While acting and citing the case of Marwa versus Inyako at the Supreme Court, Okorowo maintained that the drafters of the country's constitution stated that nobody should be voted for as governor more than 2 times, and the parties to this suit agreed that Silva was voted into office 2 times. According to the judge, the Supreme Court has also ruled in the case of Marwa versus Inyako that nobody can expand the constitution or its scope. If it held that if Silva was allowed to contest the next election, it meant a person could contest as many times as he wanted. Operative of the Rapid Response Squad of the Delta State Police Command have arrested a patient medicine dealer, Barry Morrison, of Ovoria community in Isiokolo, Ethiopia East local government area, for allegedly being in possession of guns and ammunition. This was contained in the statements issued on Monday by the Police Public Relations Officer of the command, DSP Bright Edafe, copies of which were made available to journalists in Wari. According to the statement, the 40-year-old patient medicine dealer was nabbed on October 7, 2023, following credible information which prompted the operative to storm the community. Upon searching the premises, 1 locally fabricated shotgun and 1 live cartridge were recovered. It disclosed that the suspect is presently in custody while an investigation is ongoing concerning the matter. In another development, the police spokesman stated that a concerted effort to rid Delta State of illicit firearms led to the arrest of another suspect in Asaba. The PPRO explained that on Wednesday, October 4, 2023, while operatives of SACU were on a routine patrol along Cable Road, Asaba, they accosted a motorcyclist and his passenger who upon sighting the patrol team, hastily jumped down from the moving motorcycle and took to their heels. These suspects were given a hot chase, where one 27-year-old male suspect, Ifa Kachuku Iguala, from Kwale in Indokwa, West LGA, was arrested. The suspects were carrying a handbag. When the bag was searched, one locally fabricated Beretta pistol, two 9mm live ammunition, one locally made single-barrel shotgun, and one live cartridge were recovered. The suspect is in custody, and effort to arrest his fleeing accomplice is ongoing. Meanwhile, the State Police Commissioner, CP Wale Abbas, has assured that the command has meticulously placed essential deployment and security measures for the Ember Month. On that note, the CP said officers and men are utmostly dedicated to keeping the peace and implementing the laws while taking concrete steps to ensure accountability, transparency, and maximal professionalism in the discharge of the duties. Moving on to the next story. An irate mob has lynched suspected firearm dealers in Ibeto, Magaba local government area of Niger State, as the police arrested one of the abductors of school children and passengers in Tegina and Yakila respectively 3 years after the incident. The State Commissioner of Police, Ogundele Ayodeji, who disclosed this at a news briefing yesterday, said information was received that one Fatima Mohammed of Jamaica area of Lokoja, Kogi State, was sighted along with an unknown person at a motor park in Ibeto. Both were found to be in possession of one AK-47 rifle with 14 rounds of live ammunition and 2 magazines. He said consequently, police operative attack to Ibeto police outstation mobilized with local vigilantes to the scene. Unfortunately, before the arrival of the police team, some aggressive mob linked the unknown person and upset Fatima to death. Ayodeji said the crack squad arrested when Salisu Ibrahim, aka Babalia, at Kudung village while he confessed that he participated in the attack of NSTA bus along Garing Gabas Yakila Road sometime in 2021, where over 50 passengers were abducted. The CP, Ibrahim, was part of the Ali Kachela bandits camp for 2 years and Dogo Gide camp for a year. The case is under investigation. Moving on to the next story. The spokesman of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Emma Powerful, has said that the group would disband if the people vote against self-determination in referendum. Powerful insisted that the United Nations Charter has given them the right to chart their own political future if their political and economic survival is threatened. Powerful, who a few days ago issued a statement indicating its readiness of IPOB to dialogue with the Nigerian government on the issue of referendum, however stated that the group was not begging for it. He argued that it is up to the federal government to decide if they want to dialogue with them. Powerful insisted that the Biafra referendum is sacrosanct and nothing will stop it from ushering in Biafra restoration and independence. Moving on to the next story. Operatives of the Edo State Police Command have arrested a 21-year-old man identified as Ononome Badamasi over the circumstances surrounding the death of a 52-year-old man, Oru Midayo Awolowo, who went to demand money owed him. The incident was said to have happened in the Ogbe community, Igara Akoko Edo, local government area of Edo State. The State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Chidi Owabuzo, disclosed this in an interview yesterday. He noted that the suspect was arrested by men of the Igara Police Division following a complaint from the deceased brother, who said the suspect bought a dime from the deceased and failed to pay the money, and that the incident happened when the deceased asked to be paid. Owabuzo said the Edo State Police Command has arrested Ononome Badamasi for allegedly killing 52-year-old man Awolowo, who went to demand money owed him. A fight was said to have ensued between the two, and the deceased was said to have fallen and died. He said the police stormed the scene and discovered that 3 houses and 1 motorcycle were set ablaze by angry youth as a result of the incident. According to the PPRO, the suspect has confessed to the crime, adding that the corpse had been deposited at the mortuary for autopsy. And to the final story of today on the national news. Former Super Eagles captain Mikel Obi has encouraged Victor Osimhen to move to the Premier League. Mikel, who spent 11 years at Stamford Bridge, believes Osimhen would be a good fit for the Stamford Bridge club. Speaking the Obi-Wan podcast, the former Chelsea defensive midfielder claimed Osimhen was called back of goals in the English football. I think when I look back at him a few years ago, I did say, but now watching him last season and watching him this season, I would say definitely he's going to score bags of gold for the Blues. With that sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news from BGI Television. Before we go, some headlines. FG to mandate travelers compensation for delayed, cancelled flights. Bielsa Goba crowd sacks APC candidate Timipio Silva. Patient medicine dealer arrested with guns and ammunition. Armed suppliers linked with these arrest of doctors or 50 passengers. IPOB opened up, only reason that would make them disband and put an end to Biafra agitation. 52-year-old Edo man dies during fight with Abductor. And on sport, he will get you goals. Mikel Obi on why Osimhen will be right for Chelsea. For update of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Bagide Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawi Adibayo. Please like and follow the page. For advertisement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Mo Riri Rabila Lawa. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.